Hello, my name is Tatjana Monneberg and I'm in charge of the JEX program. That's short for Junior Experts Exchange Program at the Japanese German Center Berlin. It's a program for young researchers in natural sciences with a university degree. Once a year, a group of 6 German or 8 Japanese researchers take part in a one-week program with visits to research institutions, universities, and companies. Every year, a new research focus is decided by the involved ministries. For example, the current focus is medical biotechnology, and the last focus was automated driving. By choosing research institutions that match the research interests of the participants, the JEX program aims to create a sustainable network among German and Japanese researchers in natural sciences. In the following video, I have asked some of the alumni how the restrictions issued to fight the corona crisis have changed their daily working routine and what are the impacts for their research or research in general. It's interesting to hear that there are also some positive effects of the restrictions. I would like to thank the alumni for taking their time to produce these nice videos and for sharing their experiences with us. Please enjoy.
Hello and konnichiwa. I am JEX alumni. My name is Thomas Ackermann. I'm scientific coordinator and executive board member at a graduate school for advanced manufacturing engineering at the University of Stuttgart in Germany. I was asked how COVID-19 influences my daily workflow. I am, amongst other things, I'm responsible for the qualification program, the mentoring and the research program at our graduate school, and COVID-19 influences me a lot in the mentoring of PhD students, as most of the meetings have to take place online. That was a little odd at the beginning, and it took a while to get used to it, because you can imagine there are few situations when online meetings cannot entirely replace a physical meeting. Having said that, after 2 months, everything seems to work smoother and less awkward than before. Of course, most conferences and workshops are not possible at the moment. And there's a thing I would like to come up with, something that seems to be obvious, but we have never thought of it to such an extent than right now. And that is that an online event is better than no event at all, right? And the speaker does not even have to fly around the world. In your case, from Japan to Germany and back to Japan in order to give a few talks. So my friends and colleagues, I would like to invite you. If you are interested in having a common online event, such as giving a talk to our PhD students or having a webinar, a common webinar with your PhD students and our PhD students, feel free to write me an email. If your research is in the field of manufacturing, engineering, material science, additive manufacturing, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, strategic management of production networks, or other challenging topics in the field of production science, and if you're interested in a common event in scientific exchange, feel free to write me an email. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
So my name is Take Adachi from International Human Frontier Science Program Organization. So I'm working as a research administrator and scientific officer in this global funding agency, and promoting research platform which has supported will support global basic research in the interdisciplinary context. Before the confinement of COVID-19, we have utilized many online platforms because we have to communicate with many researchers all over the world. So even after the confinement, of course, we have to full teletravel, but the communication with the researchers all over the world is not so different from the past. So we are now, there are many online and conference utilizing Zoom or Microsoft Teams, but in this crisis, we have to utilize the novel platform much more about this kind of classical and web system. It will be held on July 12th, and we will have a virtual reality and scientific forum with participants of researchers and their spouses and kids. They can participate as an avatar of, witches or animals or even the daughters, sons, into this virtual reality venue, and they can communicate with one another by utilizing their avatar. Actually, I'm the president-elect of Japanese researchers around the world. And we started to gather the information about how they confront the difficulty in each jurisdiction. And also I'd like to share this slide. This is the website of a nonprofit organization of UJA, United Japanese Researchers around the world. And we gathered these COVID-19 crisis articles from Germany and France, United States, and China. So far we have more than 20 articles, and we found that especially in United States, the job opportunity will be really limited. And someone has to decide to come back to Japan, or someone has to decide to cancel to go abroad from the Japan. So we have to really consider this kind of classical globalization in the context of research and international collaborative research.
Okay, but research itself, like people can't go on with their experiments and then they have problems to keep their deadlines for their funding, problems like this. Have you heard of this also?
One of the good examples is ALC, and in Europe have announced their policy in the flexible context, the HFSPO as well. And Japan will be announced some flexibility about it. So in this context, many research administration and research administrating institutes will be of help to this crisis. But I hope we should do much more.
Hello everyone, I'm Mamoru Igarashi, working for Continental Automotive Corporation in Japan. As some of you might know, Continental is a German automotive company, and I belong to the department called Innovation and Technologies. Currently, I'm in charge of simulation, vehicle integration, and function validation of automated driving. Normally, we work at the garage to install the vehicle sensor or integrate the software into the vehicle, and then make a test run on public road or company's proving ground in other prefecture. However, after the state of emergency, almost all the business trips were cancelled, and we could not do even a short test driving either, because driver and software operator needed to ride a single vehicle together. So, in April and May, only limited people were allowed to go to the office twice a week. In our team, 4 engineers, including me, worked at the office in rotation. Personally, I could focus on simulation development on teleworking days and could work on real vehicle on office working days separately. So I did not have so much trouble in this period. However, of course, we had some negative impacts due to Corona. In many projects, we got budget reduction, and most of demo events were cancelled or postponed. Normally, we visit Germany twice a year to have a direct communication with the colleagues in Frankfurt, but this year that would be difficult too. Therefore, from now on, we have to be more careful not to lose the close communication with each other so that we can provide the best value to our customers. But on the other hand, we also had some positive impacts. During the teleworking days, we had some online learning sessions to introduce our job, activities, or technologies to other groups for better understanding among different teams. We haven't had so many opportunities like this before, so obviously that was one of the good aspects in this period. From June, each team is divided into 2 groups and go to the office every 2 weeks in rotation. The plan after June is yet to be decided, but I think now it's a good time to define what kind of our job can be done in teleworking to prepare for future new working style. Lastly, I hope all of us can get back to normal state soon, and both we alumni and future participants can have a good experience again in JEX program in Germany and in Japan. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chieko Kyogo. I am Japanese and German Junior Expert Exchange Program alumni. My research interest is genetics of rheumatic diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. Here in Japan, I work as general medical doctor. I am especially interested in rural medicine, and last year I worked for a small clinic of isolated island in the south part of Japan. I occasionally work as a shift doctor. This year I work for dialysis treatment center on weekdays, and also on weekend I work for emergency room in the general hospital in Tokyo. Here is emergency room. It's been a really tough time for everyone in the world facing Corona crisis. We doctors, nurses, and other health workers in Japan are no exception. Here I show you how we work guarding ourselves to Corona patients. These N95 masks will be out of stock by the end of July. We honestly hope that the Corona pandemic will end before we use up all these supplies. The Corona crisis affects not only worldwide economy, but also education, research, cultural activities, and so on. From the point of research exchange, we should not let decline the research quality and activeness of research exchange over countries. I think we are at the stage of being asked to develop new method for this. So cheer up everyone.